Hey folks, this is Vince with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Magic Forge Tycoon. This is a game that's coming to Steam on November 2025. I don't know the exact release date, but that's what it says on the Steam store page. And you can actually play the open beta/demo right now, if you so choose to. I'll put a link in the below description for you. So what is this game all about? Well, you're going to forge enchanted weapons and shape the fate of kingdoms in Magic Forge Tycoon. Manage your astral forge, fulfill contracts, and influence wars or trade relations with your craftsmanship. Master the resource market, upgrade your workshop, and become the realm's most legendary blacksmith. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the actual game just so we can see how it plays. And there we go. And based on what I've seen so far, it's kind of sort of like Game Dev Tycoon in the sense that you're going to be adjusting sliders in order to make various products. Now, before we get started, it's worth mentioning that this is a demo, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. And on top of that, this is a sponsored video, so I'm not going to review it, but I will play it for a bit. And if you like what you see, again, there are links in the below description. As far as the settings is concerned, it's pretty standard, self-explanatory. Screen resolution, windowed mode toggle, sliders, typical stuff. All right, let's go ahead and start it up and see how it plays. Do you want to play the tutorial? I think we do. I didn't get to play all of this, so I'm still relatively new to it. There you are, finally. I nearly died of thirst and boredom. Okay, let's just skip all of this fluff and get right to the gameplay for you. So it looks like we have to forge a war shovel. Okay. A weapon is forged in 3 phases. Its quality depends on finding the sweet spots on the sliders and achieving the perfect balance between style and sturdiness. Look at the arrows. They show you which direction to move the marker. Okay. So in this case, we have this directional hint telling us to go to the right. We'll go ahead and do that that way. Okay. I guess we'll hit launch. And I like the little pop up the bubbles. Again, very similar to Game Dev Tycoon and other games like it. Do you see the scale icon? It means the slider doesn't have any sweet spot. Its only purpose is to help you balance the style and sturdiness of your weapon. Look at the bar at the top of the screen. It shows the ideal ratio of style and sturdiness to aim for. Okay. Adjust the slider until the colors align perfectly with the marker. Okay. Balance the ratio. Okay, so on the top of the screen, style is purple on the left, sturdiness is red on the right, as simple as dwarf's beer. I don't know about that. So in this, it wants more red than purple. Is that correct? So I can interpret this one of 2 ways. I can interpret this as I need to do more red because the bar wants more red, or I could interpret that as it wants me to get more purple added so that the center is in balance. So I'm not exactly sure what it wants me to do here. Does it want me to add more purple to bring this purple up toward the middle? Or does it want me to mimic the bar and add more red because that's what this says? So this is a little confusing to me. So I think the developers might want to add a bit more tool tips there or help to sort of explain what they really want. I'm going to just add more purple to try and bring this up to the center just to see if that works. I'm trying to get these two to be like almost even. Okay, one last thing. Those green bars means you found a sweet spot. A slider can have more than one. They'll appear when you forge the same weapon again. Okay, other games like it have done this. All right, you've got the basics down. Okay, for this simple shovel, you received every hint. Okay. All right, so balance all 3 sliders. Okay, so to the right. This is good already. And then this engraving, I think we need to add more style because yeah, it's less, so let's add more style. We'll go like that. Assuming that's how that works. I assume that my goal is to like get the purple and the red kind of like down the middle. All right, 250 experience. Oh, times 2. Okay. So it looks like we will be leveling up our stuff as we go. Let's see what the judges say. 7.7. I guess it's not terrible. 8.7. Okay. And 8.1. Not bad for a first attempt. Okay, we'll hit confirm. And now it wants me to sell the shovel. 494 gold. All right, I'll take it. All right, I passed the exam, supposedly. All right, so now it wants me to forge a new project. Okay, select a pattern. I like bows. I'm a ranger in D&D, so let's go with that. So it looks like these projects will need resources like wood and whatever that is, leather possibly, enchantments, quality. All right, we'll go ahead and start the project. No more hints. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Okay, so structure, there's no hint there. So let's leave everything right down the middle and see if it like, again, in Game Dev Tycoon, we had to like trial and error, figure stuff out as we go. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. When in doubt, down the middle. And then hopefully the game will tell us what direction to go in. Same thing here. I think we just stay down the middle, see what happens. There are no hint indicators yet, so. Okay. And again, same thing here. There's no scaling. There's nothing telling me which direction to go. And Game Dev Tycoon, I had to make the same game like several hundred times until I finally got the sliders just right. All right, so how did we do? Probably 3s across the board if I had to guess, but you know, that is typical. Oh, look at that. So you level up particular factions too, I'm guessing? Or possibly like categories of products? Because this is an Elven bow. 7.4, okay. Okay, so something didn't really jive well with this character. Okay. All right. Open a post and turn your wonders into gold. Open a trading post. Well, I'm gonna go with blue because I like blue. Okay. Increases the forge monthly rent when wares are in the trading post. Okay. We'll do that. Drag and drop weapons into the trading post. All right. Gold pieces or gold piles up on the realm map after each sale. Don't forget to collect it regularly. Okay. Ratings. Okay, so it's got good quality, I guess, and it's ancestral, but everything else is kind of crappy on it. A suggested price is shown. Lower the price to sell fast or raise it if you're feeling bold, but it will slow things down. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I see the coefficient changes. Look at that. I guess I'll just leave it at 460. Yeah, it's fine. I guess the recommended price is good for right now. Okay. So I guess we can close it. Now forge a few more just to be sure. Let's go ahead and do that bow again now, just to see... Oh, and I can increase the quality, but that also increases the amount of resources we'll need. I guess we'll leave it at quality 5. Okay, that didn't help. Out of resources, no worries. Click the red button to place an order with me. All right, red button is where? I don't see a red button anywhere, but okay. So no help again? What if we adjust things like this just to see if anything changes? In Game Dev Tycoon, we would sometimes have to like, I don't know, like question the customers to see what they thought of the product and then make things on the fly. I wonder if there's some kind of like review system at play here. Oh, there's something underneath it. So that means that we didn't find... Oh, but there is an arrow going this way. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to add some to the temperature and maybe something like that. We'll do... Sure. Let's do that. Because why not? This is going to be another one of those trial and error kind of games. I just know it. Okay. And we do have an arrow pointing that way. So maybe we'll do like something like that. Watch this one be worse. You wait. As long as I make a profit, I'll figure the rest out as I go. All right. Okay. And we're leveling up. So that's a good thing, right? Ooh, 5.8. That's not good. 6, also not good. 7. Okay, so the first bow actually did slightly better. We may have to go in the other direction with it. We're going to drag our weapon here. 460 is fine. Okay. Hover over the little red heart to see the details. Okay, I was aware of that already. Oh, so there's a map here. And I'm guessing this is where we're selling our stuffs. Okay. Return to the forge screen. Trading posts. Stock market. Choose a resource, set a quantity, and pick a supplier. Okay, so this is where I guess we go to buy the resources that we need to craft things. So let's go ahead and buy, let's buy 5 of, we want to buy, not sell. Yeah, we'll do 10. And leather. We'll do, say, 30 of that. That's kind of expensive. Let's go with 20. Okay. All right, create new project. Let's try this bow again. I hate swapping items until we're sure of what, you know, what the exact recipe calls for. Now we can improve the quantity. I thought that was quality. So if we want to do more, we could. Let's do 10. No, let's do 5. I think in the beginning it's good to like figure out what the recipe calls for and then make a bunch in bulk. Because I don't want to waste all those resources on a really crappy product, so right? So let's go ahead and start a new one. Oh, we found the right one here. Let's go in the other direction and go like something like that. All right, so we missed that. So I guess delicate? Really delicate? And then as far as, let's go with power, because we need more red, right? So maybe something like that. We'll see. Trying to balance that scale. That's okay. That was kind of okay. So more to the left on this. So I'm going to assume more to the right there because this also wants to go to the left. So how about reinforced? Yeah, we'll do that. Launch. Okay. I mean, the scale's in the middle there, so I'm going to assume we did okay. We'll find out. Elven level 2. Okay, 6.7. Not great. Not great. So, okay, but better than the 5s that I was getting before. Okay, and then we'll add that there. Greetings, I am Wilford Gobbletalk, Goblin Diplomat. Okay. You now have access to royal military orders. Kingdoms are seeking fine weapons to manage their conflicts. Risky business, but highly rewarding. Okay. Orders are renewed frequently, but act quickly. A rival might seize them first. You have limited time to accept. Go to the realm map. Pick an order. That one there, okay. And I have to accept this. Now, it doesn't say what quality it has to be. This is a mace. So I I mean, I don't have a choice. Let's go ahead and accept that. Supplying a kingdom's army increases its military power and subtly shifts the balance of power in Corindor. Okay. So I'm guessing we have to go back now and craft a bunch of maces. But it says completed contracts 0 of 3. So at some point we're going to have to do all of these. Bows, 28 weeks, 6 weeks. Let's work on one contract at a time. Can we see our active contracts? Oh, orders maybe? Yep, there it is. Drag your weapon. Required quantity 5. Okay. So I can just make the bare minimum there. Alright, let's go ahead and forge. Okay, so we're going to build a mace. We've got the resources. 4 weeks. Okay. Now this is going to be really bad because I don't know what the sliders are going to call for. So we'll go right down the middle with it again. And then we'll figure it out as we go. Alright, same thing. Straight down the middle. We have no idea what the sliders want at this point. These games are often like a trial and error kind of thing. Got to figure out what the recipes want. But once you figure them out, and then you consistently make that product, it's like you can really cash in. It's like a puzzle game that way. Okay, so we got a score on the maces. We earned some XP in the Druidic faction. 6.9, not terrible. 6.7, also not terrible. Okay, so mediocre. Mediocre. So now, if we drag this over here, right, and click sell, we should get 2,500 in gold. We get 50 favor, and it doesn't seem to have any sort of strategic impact, but at least we get some money and some favor for it. So we're going to sell that there. And we have completed one contract. So let's go back to this screen and look at some of these other contracts. This one wants bows, and we need 8 of them. Number of weapons needed to satisfy. 4 is the minimum quality. Okay, so there is a score requirement in that blue pentagon there. So 4 is the score that we need. And we're making 6 bows right now, like 6 score bows. So I think we're okay to do that one. So we're going to hit accept. And we're going to go back to the forge here. We're going to make 8 of them. Yep. And it looks like the game already does that. Oh, so we can buy it from here rather than going to that one market. Okay, so yeah, we're going to need... how many do we have? Well, I'll buy 8. And I guess we'll buy 16. Okay. Start project. All right, so we're good there. Again, I don't know. Maybe we'll go over elegant materials. Sure. It's really hard to know. What if I did like... I mean, when I think elegance when I think like elven bows. You know what I mean? So let's go with that. I don't want to change things up too much. See those orange bubbles? Those are Arcanium Embers. Click them to gain extra tolerance for adjusting the style sturdiness balance. Okay. If the gap in military power lasts too long, war becomes inevitable. Okay. Tensions rising. Okay. So we have delegate. We got delegate. That's good. We found the right one there. Now the question is, I don't know how to do these. I really don't. I don't know. Let's bring it down a notch a little bit. We definitely need a bit more sturdiness. All right. Oh, look at that. So we found the right one there, the right one there, and I think we leave that one just as it is. We'll hit launch. And it could be that I'm missing something very obvious when it comes to this scale. Maybe these items have a particular scale that they want to be at. And maybe I'm just missing it. Okay, leveling up still. As long as we get a quality above 4, we'll be fine. Okay, yeah, that's good. Confirm. And we've got a bug here. Quality score, final evaluation awarded by the judges. That's not going away for whatever reason. All right, let's go ahead and drag this bow over here. And penalty of an unfulfilled... Okay, we are fulfilling it, so there's going to be no penalty. Yeah, 6.8 to 4, 8. We're good. All right, we'll sell it. And we're making money. Okay. And let's go to the map. And let's take a look at another one. 5, okay. 4. Let's go with the 4s because, again, we want more leeway there. So we'll accept that. We'll forge. We need more items. Starting to get into the groove here. 12. Buy. And we want quality 6. Yep. Yep, we're good. Start. Let's go. So, then what? I mean, this has a scale. Slider with no sweet spot. Used to balance style and sturdiness. Maybe we go this way with it just to see what happens. Maybe the sweet spot is here on this end. Let's go with that. And then this is just to balance more purple to the red. All right, let's try that. Let's try that. All right. So it wants more accuracy than power, so we'll put that down there. Let's make the temperature a lot higher to get more red out of this. So we'll go something like that. Okay. We are like almost right down the middle there. I think I'm going to keep this as is. We have the sweet spot there. We have the sweet spot there. Yeah. Wow, red pulled ahead somehow. That's not bad. All right. Elven level 2. We're almost there. Now, in Game Dev Tycoon, our employees also leveled up, so I'm wondering if, like, we'll get a better score way down the line as we level things up naturally. 8.1 this time. Look at that. All right. That's a good rating. We'll go ahead and drag that over here. Complete that. Beautiful. Crafting the same weapon over and over? That's troll business. Even the peasants will get tired of it. Head to the guild and pick up a fresh pattern. Okay. So there's a new one down here. So the guild offers new patterns in exchange for favors. Stock rotates often, so if you see one you like, snatch it up quickly. A shield. I mean, we have a mace already, and we have like a bow, so why not a shield? A massive shield with 2 purposes, protection and accidental knockout. So we'll be using favor this time in order to buy these particular things. And we have 208 favor on there. Okay. It says to buy yourself a few patterns. Okay, 70, 80. I guess we'll buy a dwarven mace, because why not? Or, no, how about the slingshot? Yeah, let's do the sling. Okay. A promise is a promise. Since you bought some patterns, I'm gifting you some forge upgrades. All right, forge. Upgrade your main island first. It unlocks improvements for warehouses, other islands, and workshops. For instance, a level 2 forge grants access to level 2 warehouse, islands, and workshops. Simple enough, right? Okay, so what are we looking at here? We've got a forge. So we do need more of that favor in order to purchase these upgrades. So yeah, there's warehouse, there's islands. Again, these costing favor, runic. And you can actually see it looks like +5 to style and sturdiness. Productivity plus 84%. So I'm wondering if these are like passive upgrades so that, you know, you do get a better score. Kind of like your employees leveling up in, say, Game Dev Tycoon or receiving training in Game Dev Tycoon. I wonder if something like this is to replace that. Again, I'm just thinking out loud here, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So that's good to know that there's a steady progression system there. Forge upgrades 0 of 1. Now, I don't think I can do any of that. Like, I don't have enough favor to actually buy anything. The cheapest one I saw was 50, which is this. Increase of weapon batch size and access to higher forge and island levels. So maybe we shoot for that first, but in order to do that, we have to, like, craft more things. That makes sense, right? So before we call it a day, let's go ahead and craft this shield and see what we can get out of it. Looks like we've got the resources for it. I do see this little enchant box. So at some point, we'll be activating enchants for these items that we're crafting. I really like that. Let's go ahead and hit start. And again, we don't know what we're getting into. When I think shield, I think like tough, maybe like a controlled kind of shield. I don't know. Let's go with raw. Sure, why not? We'll see what happens, right? This could be really bad. This could be really bad. Tensions are rising. I do like the idea that there's different political factions at work here, so you kind of have to like pick and choose who you want to sell to if you want to kind of keep everyone on an even keel. Let's go with, let's just go crazy. We'll go with some extreme hammering. You know what? No. Moderate temperature to balance that out. Sure. How bad could this possibly be, right? I'm waiting for the 2-star reviews to come in. Awful shield. Awful. Wouldn't even deflect toilet paper. Let's go with, minimalist, reinforced, and then natural engraving. Let's go something like that. There's some satisfying about that pop, 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 pop. All right. Did we do well? That's the question. Forge is now level 3. And we're slowly increasing our orcish level as well. All right, how bad? Okay, I'll be happy above a 5. Okay, that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's also not terrible. But hey, we're just going to sell these anyway, right? Let's go ahead and drag this here. We're going to get some money for it. Now, this 198 actual resource cost to produce 1 unit of this weapon. So, okay, so I'm guessing we're going to make a little bit of money off that. Now, is that 580 per? Unit suggested price 580. Okay, so we are going to make a couple of hundred gold off of this. That's not like 400 or so. So we are going to make some money even though we're not... You know what we could do? I could quickly scan the map and see if there's a deal somewhere. You know, maybe a contract. Okay, I don't see any. But that would have been cool, just to see like, oh, can I quickly sell this to a contract somewhere? It turns out, no. Okay. So on that note, I think you guys get the idea. If you like what you see, you can check out the demo, download it, play it for yourself. I'll put a link in the below description for you. And if you're waiting for the full game, you won't have to wait very long. It looks like the game will be out in November of 2025. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.